Hi ladies, and welcome back to another Sunday vlog. It is quite freezing here in Chicago, which I like to call Siberia during the winter. We have a very severe cold front and it's like freezing below temperatures, and I'm just trying to stay as cozy and warm as possible. I had to actually increase the heat in my place and just wearing lots of layers. And of course, wool socks are your best friends during this time of year. If you are in a place where you're also experiencing this severe cold front as well. More cold than snow, but I feel like I've been talking about the weather in the past few vlogs, but that's just how it is right now. And so I'm just trying to stay nice and warm, and I have my cup of Nespresso coffee for the day. I always start with my matcha in the mornings, and then I do 1 cup of Nespresso in the mornings, like late mornings, and then tea in the afternoons, so that way I can also get good sleep at night so that it doesn't disturb my REM cycle. So that's what I've been doing. But I've been thinking about what I wanted to share with you ladies, and you know, more on my channel here, as well as just content and things like that. And I thought what would be perfect, which would be great to start off with, is I had mentioned in December that once a quarter I always declutter my closet, and I'm always taking inventory of the pieces in my wardrobe that I gravitate towards, the ones I wear the most, what's really versatile and wearable, what I reach for all the time. And then I've also reflected on just like why I chose those pieces all the time. Why did I keep reaching for them too? It was also because of the fit for me, specifically on my body type, how I felt in it, the fabric, the quality, how long it lasts, and fabrics that really, you know, feel really good on my skin. I don't feel irritated by them. And if it's materials that, you know, don't last that long, then I'm not reaching for them, because they just, like, you know, end up getting worn out really quickly, or they tear or pill really badly and just don't last many washes. And so those were things that I was looking at. And again, I mentioned in December during those vlogs at the end of the year that I did a declutter, and it felt so good because I had about like 5 bags of clothes, shoes. I also said that I had given away a lot of makeup, skincare, some accessories, because I had so much. And again, I did a inventory of all of that too. And what I thought was I could share the pieces that I felt were more wearable, the ones I kept reaching for. And these will just be clothes. I'm not gonna do like accessories or anything like that. I will just share clothes that I kept reaching for a lot, that is really versatile in my wardrobe. They're wearable every single time I wear them. It doesn't, you know, like, you can, I feel like you know, they're worn in, but they're not, you know, worn out, if you understand. Like, they're not, they're high quality pieces that will last a long time, and that's why they're investment pieces, and why I believe that spending a little bit more on higher quality and less consumption and less, you know, impulse buying, which I have shared with you ladies, and that's my intention for this year, is more evergreen pieces in your closet and less consumption and more intentional buying is what I am practicing and what I want to share with you ladies. And like I said, when I do buy something, I'm really thinking about it before I buy it. I'm leaving it in my cart for at least a little while before I decide whether or not I think it's worth me getting, and just taking inventory of, again, like what I have in my closet, what's missing, what I, you know, think would be a good investment for me to have, that's going to be versatile, versatile, but also the fit, the feel, the fabric, the quality. So all of these things. And again, this is something I have always learned from my mom and my dad, because especially when it comes to South Asian wear, my mom was really good at that. My dad was really good with Western attire. So instantly, like, my dad would always buy high quality pieces, especially with his trousers, his blazers, his shirts, and he was always dressed up to the nines, always. Even if he was going to the post office or whenever he stepped out, you never saw him without doing his hair, his skincare, and dressed up in a button-up, nice, crisp, clean, dry cleaned or ironed button-up shirt, trousers, shoes. I've probably seen him maybe like once or twice as a kid growing up wearing jeans, if that, but that was like a very rare occasion. And even in the house, he would wear polo shirts and, like, dressed up shorts, like basically short trousers, you know what I mean? You've seen your dads wear those, like more dressy shorts versus like casual shorts. And he never ever wore sweats, ever. And I think that he definitely was a big influence for me. He was definitely a big influence in my style. We had that in common and very similar, just like very similar taste in fashion, and just always admire that. Even my mom, when she used to work in, like, back in the day when she did work, I always saw her in the most beautiful flowy silk blouses or satin blouses or chiffon blouses, and like the most beautiful tailored, structured, trousers. And I reflected on the fabrics that my mom wore too, and very minimalistic jewelry, but it just like stood out. And very simple makeup. She would just wear mascara, powder, like lipstick, her burgundy lipstick, and like very simple gold jewelry, just keeping it very classic and elegant. And her heels, I remember always going into the closet when she would be at work, wearing her heels and putting on her clothes. And I just thought like how elegant and classy and sophisticated my mom used to look. And I think that I've adopted that type of style and those fabrics, those silhouettes that she used to wear as well, that just looked so beautiful on her, and also just felt so like comfortable to wear. And that's the materials and fabrics that I tend to lean towards more. And I don't like pieces that are too oversized for me. Plus I have big girls, and then also a big bum. So I don't have wide hips, but I do have a big bum and then a small waist. So I am petite, I have curves, and I'm short, I'm only 5'1". And so for me, it's about finding the pieces that actually complement my body shape, my height, and what feels good for me, what I feel beautiful in. And that's what I wanted to share with you ladies as well, why I gravitated towards these specific pieces last year. And when I did the declutter of my closet, and I'm of course an organization queen, I'm always doing this once a quarter. And everyone who knows me in my life, like my family, my cousins, my friends, they know this. I've reorganized, decluttered their closets piece by piece, literally piece by piece in their wardrobes, as to like what still suits them, what's still feels like them, what they've outgrown, things like that, and reorganized it too. So I thought that was another thing I wanted to do, because it's been a while since I've actually shared how I've organized my closet. And I like to not only, so I used to do a color system, but then for me what worked best was actually organizing it by similar items, like like tanks, shirts, dresses, sweaters, cardigans, trousers, so I have it, and from like, sleeveless to long sleeves. So that's how I organize it. And I think that would be really good to like show you how I've organized my closet, as well as the pieces that I gravitated towards and kept reaching for, that I will continue to wear in my wardrobe this year and for years to come, because these are quality pieces and fabrics that I love, and also the fit. So that was another thing, again, especially when it came to, for me, I like pieces that are more like fitted at the top and then flows down, especially when it comes to dresses like that. Even the types of shirts, I think that's why I've struggled with button-up shirts for me, because I had to find the right styles, and even blazers, so things like that. And I wanted to talk through those pieces with you ladies so you understand why I keep reaching for them. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen how many ways I've styled them, even on here as well. And so that's what I wanted to do with you in this vlog, to share those most wearable, versatile, and like I like to call like my evergreen pieces from 2025 that you'll see continuing in 2026, along with new pieces that I will still get, because of course I love to shop, but I am being very intentional and mindful instead of just mindlessly over consuming and buying. And it felt like this year that's what a lot of people also are doing, when I've already been talking about this since last year, towards the end of last year, in my last few vlogs of 2025. And it seems like now everyone's kind of like doing the same thing, and it's just like, that's amazing, because I felt like we were all in this like phase last year, just like over consuming. So it's really nice to see other creators basically sharing the same thing and doing the same. So it just felt like, wow, we're all kind of like on the same page as well. It's not but this was something I already planned to do, and it was just nice to see that now like everyone else, for the most part, is also on board and doing the same this year. And as well as I've seen a lot of people just slowing down and really easing into this year, and not just, you know, pushing forward and just like, you know, the start of the new year, just like, you know, hitting the ground running. I loved seeing that a lot of other people and even content creators have been really taking the time to just like slow down this year. I felt like last year was chaotic, and I think that maybe that was the case for a lot of them too, and just like seeing everyone being more intentional and mindful this year to slow down, reset, being more intentional and mindful of just like self-care, taking care of themselves. And again, in this industry, you do get a burnout, and just constantly always having to think of new content and being creative. And I love that part of my job, doing this as a content creator. And it's usually when I'm doing nothing, and you know, or when I'm meditating or exercising, when I'm just doing something like an everyday task, that's when I start to have like these ideas just start to pop into my head, when I'm not trying to force ideas to come about. And so to just kind of like sit and reflect and just, you know, come up with ideas. And that's the fun part. But anyways, I feel like I've been rambling on, and so I will get my rack and put all the pieces that I wanted to share with you guys, and then let's talk through it. So I have everything on my rack, and as I mentioned, I'm just going through the pieces that are just clothing, and these are pieces that I specifically have gravitated and reached for time and time again last year. These are not basics. I think that basics are just like the foundation of any wardrobe, and so I'm not going through any basics, but I will go through the pieces that I think that for me personally just have been a great fit into my wardrobe, and why I continuously reach for them, as well as like the versatility of these pieces. So the first piece is my Levi's wedgie straight fit jeans. Now these denim have been my most worn last year out of all of my denim. And I think second would be my Holland Cooper, third would be my Banana Republic. But these jeans are just phenomenal, and they just checked mark all the boxes for me that I was looking for in jeans. I was struggling last year trying to find the right fit. So this is a high rise, which I loved, and also the fit on these just were phenomenal and really good on the bum, just giving a nice little lift and shape. But I also loved the length. For me, again, I said I'm 5'1", and the length was perfect. So this is a crop style as well, and it hit right at the ankle, which was perfect for me to wear with sneakers, with flats, with heels as well if I wanted to, or boots as well, like ankle boots. and also the color. So I felt like the color, the wash, it wasn't too dark, it wasn't too light. It was a very beautiful color that just felt really timeless and elegant, and it just elevated any outfit I wore. I could dress it up, I could dress it down, and it still looked so classic and so chic. And the fit, it is so soft as well. This denim is just super soft, and it did give a lot of stretch. So I bought this in a size 29. And I had mentioned when I had bought it and tried it on with you ladies that I returned the 28 because at the time when I tried it on, I didn't know how much stretch it was actually going to give. And that's one thing to keep in mind. This does give a lot of stretch. And it became a little bit looser, which was perfect on the days that I felt bloated or I was on my cycle. And I ended up buying the 28 because it was a better fit for the days that I wanted it to be more structured and fitted. Especially in this area here, I didn't want it to be too loose. I didn't like that. But on days that I was on my period, I felt that this was the perfect size in the 29. So I did end up getting the 28 again, because that on days where I am not on my cycle and I want to, you know, have more of that perfect fit and structured, almost like tailored trouser type, you know, fit. That is what I wanted with my jeans. And so I ended up getting the 28, and I loved this so much that I also bought it in the black. And I did get the black in a size 28 as well, just for that like perfect fit. Because I know that it's going to stretch out just a little bit, since this does give a lot of stretch. And so now I have it in 2 sizes. So on the days that I'm on my cycle, this is perfect. And the days that I'm not and I want to be more like fit, like that perfect fit, I will wear my size 28. And this is also great if I'm traveling too. This is loose enough, not too loose, but like loose enough where it's more comfy for travel days as well. So this pair of jeans I love so much, and that's why I got it in the black. And I believe they have like an ivory off-white color too, which I just thought was like so beautiful too for the summer. And I think I might get that as well. But I finally found a fit that was just like perfect. So that's why I kept reaching for these. So the next piece is my Holland Cooper turtleneck. Now, I've had this for about a few years now, and it is my most worn go-to turtleneck. On days that I do not know what to wear, especially during autumn, winter, and I'm looking for a really nice piece that is going to be versatile. I don't have to really think about it. It's just going to instantly elevate my outfit. This is the one that I usually go towards. I love the gold detailing, as I mentioned, like the gold buttons. I love the gold button detail on here as well as on the sleeve. And you can see that I've worn this so much, but it still looks so like fresh. Not a whole lot of pilling. I really take good care of this, but I've worn it so much and it's still such high quality that you can tell in just the material. It's not, you know, pilling, but it's worn in, and this is such great piece in my wardrobe. Again, this is what I mean about like evergreen pieces, wearable pieces, because the quality is that amazing that there's barely any pilling on here. So that's how amazing this is. It still looks really fresh, but still worn in, and it instantly elevates any outfit. And this is a great like piece on its own, or just like layering underneath as well, under a cardigan or a blazer or sweater. And I honestly reach for this all the time, and it's one of my favorite go-to. So I would say kind of this is one of my go-to like uniforms, you know, for when I'm out of ideas of what to wear. It's just like I gravitate towards this because it literally goes with jeans, trousers, skirts, and I can pair it so many ways, so many styles, and it's a basic classic timeless color, the black, and then of course the gold detailing I love so much that I'm going to have to buy more colors in this, because this is specific style from Holland Cooper that I absolutely love, and the quality is amazing. So I know that when I buy more pieces from Holland Cooper, they're going to last me a long time, and hence why I continue buying from Holland Cooper, because their pieces are just the best, and they're just like really high quality, amazing, beautiful pieces that are going to stand the test of time in your wardrobe. Now this is my most worn blazer, and I finally figured out the type of blazer style for me. And what I learned about this one from Banana is that first off, I love the wool. That's what I loved about it, and also the design. This is such a beautiful, classic, timeless look. I love the colors in here as well. It's just your basic colors with the black and white and gray, so it literally pairs with everything in my wardrobe, and I can wear color underneath as well, and it just pops and it just like stands out. I loved the gold button details on here, as well as on the sleeves and on the cuffs, and I love that this style is almost it's a single-breasted style, but I just loved the way it just splits here on the bottom, almost curves out, and the structure of this blazer I absolutely love. And so finding the right style fit for me with blazers was one big thing too that I was reflecting on, and why I gravitated towards this blazer. The wool is so soft, this keeps me nice and warm, but it's also not too heavy. It's not too thick, which is perfect, transitional piece for different seasons. And again, this is just such great quality and one of my most worn blazers. So I definitely want to get more tweed wool blazers of other colors and styles. And it's just, again, finding the right ones for me specifically, and the fit. The fit is amazing. And so again, thinking about what kind of blazer that fits and suits my body type, and this style is what I felt like was the best for me. All right, so the next piece is my cashmere sweater from Aritzia. This is the Wilfred one, and I love this color. It's almost like a sage green color, and you can see close up just like how beautiful this fabric is. Cashmere is another fabric that I gravitate towards so much. And out of all of my crew neck sweaters, I would say this one was the one I reached for a lot last year. I wore it so much on its own, as a layering piece, as well as like over the shoulder. I just felt like this was such a beautiful neutral but earthy tone for me. It's classic crew neck, and again, it's slightly long but not too long, so it's perfect for me to tuck in as well. I've worn it so much with denim, with trousers, with skirts, and this was the color that I gravitated towards a lot out of all of my cashmere crew necks, specifically in this type of style that I kept reaching for. It was this one. And again, this color is such a versatile color, because again, it can be worn through all seasons, not just in the winter. It is the perfect layering piece too, over the shoulders, whether it's like on a shirt, over a blazer. And I just felt like also the quality, this quality from Aritzia, like it's worn in, but it's not like, you know, I have to do a little bit of shaving to it, but it's not as bad. And again, pilling is normal, especially with raw materials like wool, cashmere. Cashmere is made from wool, and that is normal as long as you just maintain it and, you know, mend it really well. And so I do have to do a little bit of shaving, but not too bad. And that just tells you just like how good of a quality this type of cashmere is, especially from Aritzia, from Wilfred. I have a few actually, and this one I just absolutely love. It's like been my go-to, such an easy color again to pair with in my wardrobe. Now for silk. Silk is another fabric that I lean towards so much, and I love wearing because it just feels so luxurious. It feels elevated, instantly just like enhances your outfit so much. And it just looks classic and timeless. And this one specifically is from Lily Silk. And I didn't have silk trousers before, but these are so beautiful and so comfortable. These have been my most worn silk trousers. I have to get them in other colors because how much I wear them. I definitely want a black. I would love a chocolate brown too. But this one specifically from Lily Silk is double lined. It's not too thin. It's like the perfect thickness. It's elasticated waistband, which is so comfortable. Great for like tucking in these pants, or to just, you know, have out, like your tops hang loose. But I wore this so much, especially these became my favorite travel pants. And when traveling, especially on airplanes, this was so beautiful. I got so many compliments at the airport with these trousers, and in general, it just instantly elevated my outfit. I felt still like put together and so beautiful, but I felt so comfy and luxurious. And even though I was wearing these on the plane, I did not get cold. I honestly felt very comfortable because this type of mulberry silk is very temperature controlling, so I didn't freeze and I don't overheat either. And so it's like the perfect silk, and this is why I always buy at Lily Silk, because I love their quality. Their wools, their cashmeres, their silks, and I've talked about this so much, but it is really high quality, and this is a piece that's gonna last in my wardrobe. It steams like a dream, so flawlessly and beautifully. Stains come out so nicely too, because I've taken this to the dry cleaners when I've had stains, especially because of the ivory color. It's a light wash color that, you know, I found a good dry cleaner that was able to get like stains out of it so easily. And so again, if you don't, you know, have the time like I do to actually hand wash these types of materials like wool, cashmere, and silks at home, I just found a really good dry cleaner that's very delicate and mindful and knows how to care for these fabrics and also how to get stains out of them too. So that's another like tip too, to find a really good dry cleaner that you trust, that will handle all of your delicate fabrics with the care like you would. And so again, my most worn silk trousers, and literally I've worn this casually for travel, for lounging in the house and to the office, dressed up, or even out, you know, for a night out. There's so many ways to wear this, and another great versatile piece that you wouldn't have thought of. And I first got these, I thought like more like loungy type of pants, but I've worn them so much in so many different ways and styles, from dressed up to dressed down, that I have to get more colors. Another one of my favorite trousers that I wear so much and are my go-to, and I have two colors in these. So I have the black and I have the white. These are from Abercrombie, and sadly, they're not available anymore. And any of these pieces that might not still be available, I'm sorry, but I'll try to find and see if they're still available, or link similar styles from them. But this one is the high-rise crepe wide leg trousers from Abercrombie. I bought these a few years ago in both colors because I just knew that these were pieces I was going to gravitate towards and I was going to wear. The quality is amazing, and I've worn these so much, but they still look almost new, and the fit is amazing. It hugs me in the right places, gives like such a beautiful silhouette. They're flowy, they just look so beautiful on. And I've worn them dressed up, dressed down. I just love that it also has an elasticated waistband in the back, which again, when I'm buying trousers, I am looking for that. And for me, I just want to feel as comfortable as possible. And so I love that now trousers have more of those elasticated waistbands in the back, which they're not too tight, and it's just perfect for, you know, on days that you're feeling bloated or on your cycle. And if you eat too much, like I do, I love to eat, but I just still feel so elegant and beautiful. And again, instantly these trousers, I just love the fit, the style, tailoring on these. And again, for Abercrombie, this is such a great fit, and I love the crepe material. so beautiful. It's high quality, and I've been impressed by how Abercrombie has definitely elevated a lot of their more tailored pieces. And this one again has been my go-to trousers, and even the white ones, I go to these a lot, and especially during the colder seasons. This is very thick and lined, and so but still flowing. So this is the one I usually gravitate towards during the autumn winter season, because I'm going to stay warm, and they just look so beautiful on, and I can wear them casually or dressed up, and basically, you know, anytime for any event, and they're just like a classic staple in my closet. Another piece, again from Lily Silk, this is a cashmere v-neck oversized, it's a very long oversized cashmere sweater, and I love like the wide sleeves too. And this is a newer piece, and I didn't get the chance to actually share this piece in my last vlog when I wore it. And I don't have too many oversized sweaters, and that's something else that I was missing in my closet. And as soon as I got this, again, I love cashmere, and this is such a beautiful quality from Lily Silk. It is so incredibly like buttery soft, and this color too. I didn't have this color in my wardrobe in a v-neck, or even just like a classic just like turtleneck. And so as soon as I saw this one, I've been wearing it so much since I got it in late December, and I've reached for it so much. I've already styled it so many different ways and wore it so many different ways. Again, this is a style that I personally love because I've been able to wear it at home as like a lounge piece with the Lily Silk trousers. I've been able to wear it to the office, more elevated, dressed up, even for going out. And so again, I've already worn this so much, and it is just like the most beautiful soft cashmere that I've ever worn. It is like butter. Another Lily Silk cashmere top, and this one is actually a cardigan, and it has it's like a robe style cardigan, and you've seen me wear this one so much. So it ties in the front like this, or you can leave it open, and I just absolutely love this right here in the front, where you can kind of fold it in, or you can also do it like this, where if you want to fold it over on that side. Just a couple different ways, a few different ways that you can actually style this. But I've worn this so much, and again, you've seen me wear this, and if you follow my Instagram, I've styled it multiple different ways. I've worn it with jeans, I've worn it with skirts, I've worn it with leggings, I've worn it with denim, and I've worn it without anything underneath, just like on its own for a more like elevated going out, you know, top. And with a belt, this is also detachable, so you can actually take out this right here, the string that comes with it, and put a nice like belt over it too, different color belts. And this has been my go-to. I've also worn this over like my Lily Silk loungewear, my PJs, to stay nice and warm at home as like a loungewear when I'm getting ready, because it is like the perfect like robe style cardigan, and it is again so soft and so luxurious like butter. Lily Silk does amazing with their cashmere. It is always so incredibly soft, and again, I've worn this so much, and it is still just so beautiful. It's like the perfect cashmere cardigan that I really needed in my wardrobe, and I've styled it so many different ways, from wearing it at home to going out at night and in between. And so another amazing piece that I just kept reaching for. Of course, a classic black blazer is a staple in my closet, and this one from Banana specifically, it is a beautiful Italian wool fabric, but it's so lightweight and it's so versatile. And this is the black blazer that I reach for the most, because I can wear this every single season. It's great for layering, especially in the winter. It is so beautiful, classic and timeless. It is a single breasted blazer, but again, this type of silhouette, it's like your classic style lapels and with the pockets. It's just like a classic staple, structured, beautiful blazer. It's not too oversized, it's not too fitted. It's like the perfect in between that I've been able to wear, and the fabric is just like the most amazing quality. Again, most of my blazers have been from Banana, and they have beautiful blazers, and this has been just like a classic staple that I continuously reach for from something as a simple outfit. If I don't know what other blazer to wear, this is like perfect. A classic black blazer literally elevates any outfit, and it's the one I reached for so much just to help elevate my outfit and just feel more polished and beautiful in this classic black blazer. So the next piece is from Bash, and if you didn't notice, I love the color red. So this is my most worn cardigan, and this instantly elevates any outfit that I wear. I've been able to wear this with so much. A t-shirt, a tank top, over a blouse, underneath like a very simple silk cashmere turtleneck. I've worn it with jeans, with shorts, not shorts, but you can, with skirts and denim and trousers, and I've worn it again dressed up, dressed down, with sneakers and heels. Just so many different ways that I've been able to style this cardigan. First of all, the color, because it's a classic timeless color, and then also the structure and, you know, style of this cardigan is so beautiful. And of course, I love these beautiful black and gold detailing buttons. It is just a classic and timeless cardigan. So when I'm looking for something that, you know, just like that pop of color, of boldness, but also that's going to instantly elevate my outfit, this is the cardigan I go to. And they have a few other colors that are so gorgeous. There's like a gorgeous burgundy color that I love, a chocolate brown as well. They also have like an olive green. They have your classic black and white as well, but this red one was the one that I loved the most, because I knew this is a color that as soon as I put it on, I just instantly feel so bold and powerful and beautiful and confident, and instantly lifts my mood right away. And I just, you know, it just instantly elevates my outfit. And you know, you don't have to, you know, worry about anything else. You just put on this cardigan and you're good to go. Another beautiful cardigan that I reached for a lot is this one from Aritzia, and it is a merino wool style cardigan. So I bought it in both black and this beautiful like ivory off-white color. I didn't have a classic black or like this ivory white color cardigan in my wardrobe. So these two became my go-tos, because when I didn't know what to wear and I wanted something layering like a cardigan over top, this was beautiful. And also I wanted something just like, you know, this color, and it's just a classic neutral color, but it instantly just elevated my outfit. Also, this type of merino wool, it's a very fine merino wool. It's so soft, it's not too thick, it's not stiff, and is so beautiful. And again, it's such a beautiful length. It's not too long, not too short, it's not like crop style. And the color, again, it was just so classic and timeless, and I kept reaching for it a lot. This one and the black, I wore it so much. It is great for like over the shoulder, as a layering piece. If you want to wear button up and tucked in, that's another great way to style it. But again, I wore this with denim, I wore it with my trousers and skirts, and so again, I've been able to wear this dressed up and dressed down on so many occasions. And it is just also for traveling, this was like such a beautiful cardigan to wear for traveling, because it is so cozy and warm and soft, and just such a beautiful piece. Now the next one is from Lily Silk, and this is a silk button-up shirt. Now I realized that silk shirts are one of the types of button-up shirts that really suit me well, and I just love the fit, I love the material, and it just feels so luxurious and elegant when I wear it, whether it's with jeans, with shorts, with a skirt or trousers. I can dress this up or dress it down, and I'll still look so polished and beautiful. And again, I have so many now from Lily Silk in different colors, because I love this style specifically, especially again, it's very reminiscent to my mom, seeing her in these beautiful flowy, silky, satiny blouses, as well as like chiffon button-up blouses that she used to wear, or tops with trousers, and it was just instantly just like so elegant and elevated my outfits. And again, this is a classic black, and I love that with this specific style that the top, the collars here actually stay open, so you can see my jewelry. They're not folding over because, you know, this is not too like thick or anything like that. So that's another thing that really caught my attention, and just also why I loved it, specifically the style from Lily Silk. The collars actually stay open and they steam beautifully, really fast and quickly. Again, I've worn this so much, but you can just see like this quality is just so good. And Lily Silk does mulberry silk, and it's really high quality silk, and it is so beautiful, and I just love this. Again, I can wear it so many different ways, dressed up, dressed down, and it's going to instantly make any outfit that you wear just so polished and beautiful. So the last and final piece is this beautiful, timeless and classic turtleneck sweater from Totem. Now, it's because of this beautiful print that I kept reaching for. Whenever I was looking for something to keep me really nice and warm, I didn't have to think about it, just put it on. I'm instantly gonna just look elevated and polished and beautiful. It was this oversized turtleneck. The design, I love the big bell sleeves. It's also oversized and long. It has slits on the sides too. This instantly just like elevated my outfit, whether I wore it with denim, with leggings, with trousers. It also will look really beautiful, I think, on a very long, beautiful, flowy midi length pleated skirt too, with like boots underneath. And I've worn this casually, dressed up, and it's just been my go-to. Also, just how soft the material is. This material, I haven't overheated in it. It is so warm and cozy, but I feel so polished and just effortlessly chic. That is just how this, you know, specific style from Totem just made me feel, just effortlessly chic. And it has been my favorite go-to sweater, and I just feel so warm and cozy, but so beautiful, and why I kept reaching for it time and time again. So I put everything away so it's nicely organized again, and so this way I can show you ladies how I've organized my closet, and to also kind of give you inspiration and ideas on how to declutter and organize your closet, and also make you take inventory of the pieces that you wore and kept reaching for last year, as well as pieces you no longer reach for, whether it's due to the fit, the fabric, the quality, you know, it's just not your style anymore, you've evolved, or even things that are just collecting dust, or pieces you bought intending to wear them but still have the tag on it and you never reached for them. Let me know if this was helpful. I do this again like once a quarter, so I don't know if this is helpful to do a video by season, like things I wear and that I reach for per season, or if it's something that, you know, I just do this type of video once a year to help you, especially at the beginning of the year, to help, or end of the year, to help you just be more mindful and, you know, do an inventory of your closet. And again, I mentioned like I also cleaned out all of my, you know, like accessories, and as well as makeup and skincare and things like that. And it also feels really good when I'm donating and then also giving it to other people, so those products or those pieces just don't go to waste. I also gave 2, you know, beautiful quality turtlenecks to my niece, who's now 12 and entering her preteen stage, about to be 13, I can't believe it, this June. And again, she's, you know, coming into her own like style and starting to like, you know, putting things together that's her style, and just like getting into makeup and jewelry and things like that. And so it's nice that I can start, you know, giving those types of things to my niece, and, you know, high quality. My nephews already love like my skincare routine, so they're just like all about skincare as well. And again, So I hope this was helpful. I can definitely do another video just to help like with organization as well, if that's very helpful for you guys, on just how to be more organized and how to organize your space when it comes to your closet, your skincare, your makeup, and things like that, your accessories. I can also do another video specifically for like my most reached for accessories that I used a lot last year too. If that's helpful, just let me know. But now enough rambling, and let me show you guys my closet. Quickly wanted to show you ladies what I'm wearing as well at home today. I'm wearing my Butter Soft commando leggings, and this is another underestimated piece that I think is a great staple in your closet, especially for winter layering. I wore this so much under skirts and trousers versus pantyhose because I'll stay nice and warm. These are the most comfortable leggings ever. They have good stretch, but they don't stretch out too much where it's like loose at the waist, so they still fit like perfectly and snug and without being too tight or too loose. And I've washed these so many times, but the color still stays so rich and dark black, and it hasn't lost the softness. The softness is so incredible. Again, like second skin, butter on the skin, feels so luxurious, and I've been able to style this so many different ways. Again, also pairs well with boots and just looks so elegant and beautiful. So again, another underestimated piece, but again, something that I've reached for a lot, and especially like cozy cold days like today. Very sunny but deceiving, very, very cold. And then I am wearing my Goelia black wool long sleeve top underneath for a great layering piece underneath to stay nice and warm. And then my new favorite Lily Silk merino, very fine merino wool red sweater. This is a crew neck style. I love the like big bell sleeves. Again, I feel like the bell sleeves has been my style, as you've noticed, and I just love it because it's just so like comfy and beautiful. Slightly long, but not too long, where it covers my bum a bit, but not too much. Again, this is one of my favorite sweaters that I've been wearing so much, and I think it's perfect not just for like the holidays. Again, red is a classic color that you can wear anytime. This is a great sweater also just like to throw on over your shoulders at home, even to dress up, because again, I've worn this so much with trousers, with leggings, with denim, and again pairs well with skirts. So it's just what I'm wearing today to stay like really nice, warm, and cozy. And also it's laundry day too, so the perfect outfit while still looking really cute and chic. So now how I organize my closet, and this is just how I like to do it, and so you just have to find a system that works for you. But I do sleeveless tops first, and so that's what's always here in the front, and I do it based on thickness, as you can notice as well. It's just a little bit more niche down, but that's just how I like to do it. And then here I have more of like my basic long sleeve tops that I wear underneath, and then here are my beautiful shirts and blouses that I wear. So I have, as I said, a lot of Lily Silk silk tops here, button-up shirts, beautiful chiffon polka dot one that I love, and some of these more linen blend type ones. And then I have more shirts here as well, like some Holland Cooper ones, Cezanne, more Holland Cooper, Cezanne. So I have all of my shirts here. And then I have my crew neck lightweight fitted sweaters here. You can see I have a couple different colors, and so that's what I have here, like my cashmere crew neck fitted sweaters. And then I have my cardigans here. This one I love from Reformation, so soft and warm. This one is from Cezanne. And then again, more of my cardigans here. And then here I have some of my thicker sweaters that I wear. So these go here. Again, you can see like from thickness to like heavier sweaters is what I kind of do. And then I will go to turtlenecks, and again, it's based on material and the weight, and so these are more lightweight materials, and so these tend to gravitate towards the thicker sweaters, turtlenecks. So these will again It's going by like the, you know, weight, how light they are, to really, really heavy, thick sweaters. And then here, again, it's also again by weight, lightness in trousers, and I have them all hung up like this versus folded. And then I have all of the skirts that I have kept. I actually gave away a lot of skirts as well, but I kept some, and I'm still debating whether or not to keep this gold one. I don't wear it as much because this is great for the holidays. It's like a beautiful vintage antique looking gold skirt, but I'm afraid that if I give it away, I'm gonna regret it. So I don't know. I love this one, and it's such a beautiful style, and I don't know if I'll find it again. So kept that, and then I have all my Aritzia pleated skirts here. These are all of my Lily silk skirts that I have here in like the silk, and then also the merino wool. So you can see I've kept some skirts, not a ton of skirts, like, you know, might look like a lot, but these are the skirts that I tend to reach for the most. And again, you can see a lot of pleats, a lot of silk, satin, beautiful materials that I usually wear, merino wool. And so these are the fabrics again that I'm looking for. These are all midi length type of skirts that just looks really nice in my wardrobe. And then here I've organized a little bit. These are sets, and so these are sets, like this is my Lily silk top, and it comes with the matching silk trousers. And then I have the ones, these are more linen. This is another beautiful like South Asian brand set, again top and bottom. And then here I have like dresses, and then here is starting dresses. So this is like spaghetti strap dresses, and so I have an assortment colors here, and I love color, especially for the summer. I love, you know, specific patterns and styles. These are all of my dresses, and again, I do it based on like spaghetti strap and then like slowly changing into different thickness straps. And then I have more of like my chiffon dresses here. I have like all of these linen dresses that are perfect for summertime, and some more dresses here again, then going to like short sleeves, your shirt style dresses, then like more like longer sleeve dresses. And then these are some of my short sleeve dresses here, actually short length dresses is what I meant, and with long sleeves. And then going to like midi length dresses, and then longer dresses, and these are more of my longer midi length dresses, long sleeves here. And so I kept the ones that I tend to wear the most. I got rid of a lot of dresses that just, you know, I wasn't reaching for anymore either. So I did a whole detox with dresses that I felt I wasn't reaching for anymore, that I wasn't wearing, and just didn't fit me or the style. And so again, I do have a lot of dresses because I love to wear dresses, especially in the summer. I think it's just like one and done, and you just feel so like put together and polished and beautiful. So this is how I've organized all of the dresses. And this is my front closet, and this is where I keep all of my coats and blazers. So you'll see again from thickness, these are all of my heavy wool coats that I wear, to my trench coats, and then my more of my like Parker down jackets that I wear, like short jackets. I have my beautiful wool capes, and then here I have them organized by my blazers. And these are all of my blazers that I have, as well as some of my tweed coats as well, jackets. And so again, it goes from thickness, and actually I do need to move the red ones over because I like it from black to, like, as you can see, it's like there's a whole color theme going on. And so I like to keep all the color palettes together as well. And so that's how I organize all of my blazers and my coats. So I hope that was all helpful for you ladies, and let me know if you want like similar vlogs like this with like organization, because I'm an organization queen, everyone who knows me in my life. And so it just helps me feel better, especially when I clean my space, when I detox and declutter, and I have like a clean space and everything's like organized. I'm very particular about that. It's just one of my things. And so I think it's also very helpful because I know some people struggle with that. And so again, you know, I hope this was helpful and it gave you some ideas and inspiration. And now, now that everything is put away and I still have the rest of the day to enjoy before we have like an hour before sundown, that I'm gonna cook some dinner, an early dinner, and just cozy up on the couch as well. So definitely want to like do some reading before I relax and do some more editing tonight. So I want to relax for a little bit before I do that. And if you also are looking for some book recommendations, let me know. Currently, I'm still listening to the Glass of Thrones series. I'm on the Queen of Shadows series at the moment on Audible, and that's the book I'm on right now in that series, and it is so good. I actually love the series. This is really good, and so definitely have to continue reading on the rest of Sarah J. Maas's series I haven't read and I'm so behind on. And then also I've read so many other books, and actually let me get my phone because I thought this would be a good time to also just share some books and recommendations, because I would love to do that more on this channel because I'm such an avid reader, and when I don't have time to read physical books, again, I listen to Audible on the go. When I'm doing things, it's just like nice to like zone out and listen to something lighthearted. In the mornings, I've said that I like to listen to podcasts or books that are more personal growth type of books, because it helps in the morning to be already just like, and I'm in a better mindset to be open to like receiving that type of information where I'm in like that focus and productive mode. And so that's the best time I like to listen to that type of book. And then in the evenings, when I'm trying to wind down and relax my mind, I just want something that's just like lighthearted and easy read, something I don't really have to think about when I go to bed. It's just something that's just like fun. And so those are the types of books, like fantasy, sci-fi, rom fantasy books are the ones I've been leaning towards, and that's what I like to read at night. So let me get my phone and some like books that I've already read through that I think that would be just like, they're my personal recommendations, but that have been so good. All right, so I have my Audible open here, and I'm going through all of the books that I have currently read. So one that is really good, especially since we are in the month of January and you are starting off the year and you're looking for something to really help you with personal growth, I think this one is really good, The Miracle Morning. I loved this one. I have to listen to it again. I'm the type of person that doesn't like to wake up early. So this book had some really great tips on how to slowly ease into that. And I'm still getting there. It's not perfect, but this definitely has been a great book and read. And I've been slowly incorporating little things here. Again, like the Atomic Habits, you want to incorporate like one thing at a time versus trying to do everything, because you're going to feel overwhelmed. And he does mention that in this book too. But I actually got this recommendation from the Pilates that I do, Pilates by Bryony. She actually recommended this book, and it was such a great read. So I definitely loved this recommendation from her. And she also started her own little book club, and so this is great because now I'm getting more books. And I only found out about Pilates by Bryony and started doing her Pilates on her app from Mariana Hewitt's podcast. And so again, great recommendations. And then some other books that I said are really good. So Confidence. So Roxy Nafusi. I really love her books. So if you're someone, again, looking for personal growth, and this is like the perfect time during the year to just like change your mindset, your habits, get into like personal growth. I love her books. Her book Manifest is amazing, and so she has a couple, and last year she came out with a new one called Confidence. I do have to re-listen to it again. It is really good. Another book that I absolutely love, and I think this is great for everyone, is by Mel Robbins, The Let Them Theory. I absolutely loved this theory, and the way she like reframed your mindset to apply this concept in every situation in your life was so amazing. And I think Mel Robbins is amazing too, and I love her stuff, her books. And so the Let Them Theory is so good. I highly recommend this one, especially for women, because I think that we overthink things, we care so much, we put everyone first, and we're always tiptoeing around other people's feelings. And so this book is so good for us and just everyone, but I think more so for women than anyone. And so I definitely think that's a great one. I have some other books that I still haven't read yet, but Manifest in Action is the one by Roxy Nafusi that you should definitely, it's Manifest in Action. She also has Manifest for Kids, which is really good. And then Confidence, How to Do the Work by Nicole LaPera. That one is really good too. Liberated Love. This one is really good if you're, again, looking for something on how to improve your love life. Radical Confidence by Lisa Bilyeu. Oh my god, this one was so good. Another great read for all the ladies. Just again, mindset shift. Love Life by Matthew Hussey. I loved this one. It is so, so good. He started this book when he was single and ended the book when he finally got married and found his partner, his wife now, and now they have a child together. And I love him. If you don't follow him, he's amazing. He's a great love life coach and just teaching women on how to love life and how to create more opportunities for you to find the love of your life, you know, the right person for you. And so he's amazing. I love him and his podcast and everything, you know, all of his content. I've done all his programs and he's so good. I've attended his retreats and his books are amazing. And again, he's just a great love life coach. Worthy is another great book by Jamie Kern Lima. That one was, again, if you're someone, you know, again, I'm always trying to work on my self-confidence, my worth, and like growth. And so that was another great book. Level Up is really good for all those high achievers if you want to level up, you know, in different areas of your life. And so again, that's by Rob Dial. That was another great book. Fierce Self-Compassion, another great book for all my ladies. That's by Kristen Neff. That was so good. The Greatness Mindset by Lewis Howes, another great mentor and, you know, content creator in the personal development space. And he has a podcast as well. So, so good. How to stop overthinking your relationship. This was another great book that I read. And this, again, these are all different books that I read. The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. The Mask of Masculinity. I think this one was really good by Lewis Howes. It really helped me understand the different types of masks that men wear and like their struggles in society and how to be able to like communicate with them, but also to understand where they're coming from based on all the pressures from society that's put on them and the different masks they wear. And also for men, how to recognize the masks they wear and how to basically communicate and just recognize the masks that they're wearing and not use them as excuses either. So that is such a great read. I think, like, you know, both men and women should read that one. No Excuses. This is another great book for like if you're procrastinating. I sometimes procrastinate and needed a little push. But this is a really good book just to get your gears going and to give you that inspiration and motivation and push you need. That one's by Brian Tracy, another great book. I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And again, this is so good. I am constantly working on learning how to manage my finances and get better at saving and investing and being smarter. And how to like consciously spend as well. And so this one from Ramit Sethi, he has a Netflix show teaching like people on how to basically help them based on their lifestyle and their situations to get out of debt and to start investing and just like become, you know, rich based on their lifestyle. Like everyone has a different rich lifestyle, and so I love his concepts. It's so easy to understand, and he gives like all the pros and cons and just like makes it so simple, simplifies everything. And so again, another great area. That's Bold of You by Case Kenny. He's so really good. Vex King is another author I absolutely love and content creator. Closer to Love. Just again, so many good books. The Millionaire Mind by Thomas J. Stanley. The 8 Rules of Love by Jay Shetty. So good. 4,000 Weeks. That was also a really good book too. Again, these are just amazing, amazing books. I know I just like rambled off like so many books and recommendations. I'll try to list them all. But again, I think that aside from like, you know, your fantasy books, which I think are amazing and I have recommended, I think also these personal growth books are good, especially for the start of the year. If you're still, you know, trying to figure that out and you need some inspiration, you need recommendations to, like, if you're starting to get into the personal growth area and you want to like find some books that resonate with what you're trying to improve in your life. I just listed a whole bunch, and I'll definitely try to link all of them below so that you guys can check out and see like what book resonates with you, what author, what you feel like you need right now based on what I just shared. And so I think, again, this was like an assortment of different areas in your life, with finances, with relationships, with your relationship with yourself, habits, wellness, things like that, mindset. So I absolutely love listening and reading these types of books. I don't have the space to have like a ton of physical books in my place, and that's why I don't buy too many physical books. I still have quite a few, but that's why it's also easy for me to just like listen on the go. And I think this is also helpful if you're busy and you don't have time to read like a physical book. Audible is a great way to just kind of read on the go when you're driving, doing errands, doing chores, taking a walk. I think this is just like a great way to also just like be able to read and start reading more books if that's one of your goals this year, to read more books, whether that's physical or audiobooks. So I like to do both. I will do physical books and audiobooks. When I have the time to read a physical book, I will. When I don't, that's why I do Audible, and it's just another great alternative. And I read so many books, and you get based on the plan that you choose. The one I have, I get 1 credit per month to use it towards a new book that I've been wanting to read or listen to. And so yeah, so that is my book recommendations for like the personal growth area. So I hope some of those resonated with you and were helpful. But now I am going to eat because I am starving. So I'm going to cook dinner, and I will talk to you ladies later. Cooking some chickpeas. My mom had pre-cooked these for me and put in the freezer, so it was just easy for me when I need to make something healthy and quick. And so I'm going to add some corn to this with bell peppers as well. And then once that's cooked, I'm going to make some shrimp, and of course I'm adding some Indian spices to give it more flavor, since I love a lot of flavor and spice, to have like a nice warm, cozy, but healthy meal for dinner. Now I've added in the corn with the bell peppers. Again, I have this ready to go in the freezer that my mom prepared for me when she was here. Whenever she's here, she just takes over my kitchen and, you know, just made it easy for me so that I can make some quick, easy dinners. And just sauteing and frying these together, and then I'll add in my salt. And for spice, I'm actually going to use this Indian chaat masala mix spice that has like a lot of flavor, so it's like really good. And that's what I am going to put in here before I cook the shrimp. And to add a little bit more flavor, I am going to go in with my Brightland chili olive oil, and this gives like a lot more spice and flavor to this. And you don't need a whole lot, but I do like mine spicy. So I've mixed in all of the spices, now the flavored chili olive oil. So this is just so good, and it's already looking amazing. And again, if you're vegetarian, this is great because you're going to get a lot of protein already just from the chickpeas, and this is healthy. You can top, you know, a fried egg, you can put boiled eggs, you can add chicken or shrimp, salmon on the side. So whatever you prefer and like, you can add to it. So my chickpeas and corn is done. So I put that to one side so that I can start on my shrimp and put that on the other side. So I have the 365 farm raised cooked shrimp. So it's peeled and deveined, and the tail is still on, but this is just easy for me to cook so that I don't have to wait too long, and it's already cleaned for me. Shrimp is already cooking down really well. I've added turmeric, coriander powder, Indian chili powder, and then also a seasoning, Mexican seasoning as well, just to give it some more flair and spice. And of course salt, a little bit of salt, not too much salt since shrimp already has salt. And then I'm going to add my garlic flavored olive oil just to give it a little bit more flavor with the garlic, and I think that will be all set. So again, going in with my Brightland garlic olive oil, flavored olive oil. I have this in lemon and basil as well, and it just, look at that. It smells so good, and the garlic just adds more depth and flavor. This is my dinner for tonight. Quick, easy, simple, but still full of flavor and healthy and delicious. So can't wait to dig in and then just unwind the rest of the evening. So I'm all cozied up on the couch, about to eat my dinner. I didn't show my face when I was cooking. I just really wanted you guys to see exactly what I was doing and what I was making, but I hope that gave you some ideas to just cook more at home. As I said, wanted to cook more at home, and so this has been really helpful and great. And I love my mom because she, you know, pre-prepared things for me. This was just easy, so this way knowing how busy I am, that it's just gonna be easy. And I always just switch out the vegetables too, and then also the meat. You know, sometimes it's chicken or salmon or the wontons that I made, just like trying to keep it as simple as possible, so that way I can just cook easy, healthy meals full of flavor. And so just wanted to share more of that with you guys. And so yeah, can't wait to dig in. I'm just gonna cozy up and yes, do some more editing tonight and then just relax and unwind before I start the work week again. But I enjoyed this long weekend, so I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Bye.